Evening guys, and welcome to part 15. I'm going to do a video of my two selections for the county hurdle on the 4th day of this year's festival. This is a massively hard race to try and find a winner in. I've been looking at trying to spot a handicap plot, but many of the unexposed horses still need another run to qualify. Despite there being enough time to do that, I don't want to be looking for a horse that may need to run on bad ground or be rushed in its preparation just to get the required runs in. So for now I'm concentrating on horses that have had enough runs already. I'm not god silly on any of these, and I advise you to do the same. There's going to be some springers in the market leading up to the race, and you want to leave a little bit of wiggle room and ammunition to play again if needed. Last year's winner was the mare Cargeese, who's gone on and become a useful chaser. She won at 3-1. I got on her early and had 8-1. She was very impressive. Using her as a template, I found my first selection in a horse called Mercia. I had this down as a possible long shot for the mares, but seeing as she turned up at the DRF in a handicap and ran a nice race, I would imagine this is the race and her more probable route. So what similarities are there between last year's winner and this selection? Well, she's the same sex, age, weight, ownership and stable, and potentially even the same jockey. So that works for me. She carried top weight in last year's Fred Winter and ran a nice race. Admittedly not setting the world on fire, but didn't run bad either. She then went on and bolted up in the juvenile race at Aintree.
Over the third last, Naturally Nimble fell when in about 8th place. Aviemore has faded as Mercia leads towards the second last over. Liv Conti, Give It To Me OJ running a huge race. Put Your Hands Together is under pressure in 4th. Mercia being challenged by Liv Conti. Give It To Me OJ in 3rd. Put Your Hands Together flat out in 4th as they come to the last. Mercia with a lead of over a length. Liv Conti switches. Mercia, she's over. She's clear by 3 or 4 and she's going further away. Liv Conti left behind. Put Your Hands Together challenging for 3rd, within 4th Give It To Me OJ, but it's the filly Mercia here. It's Willie Mullins. He's going to strike at the first 2 attempts at the Grand National meeting. Mercia wins the anniversary in fine style.
Following that run, she went to Punchestown and ran well in a Grade 1, finishing behind Ulamba, Pony Ross and Hello Neighbour, but I'll come back to that race in a minute. This season she has only ran twice. First time out she ran 11 lengths behind Talk the Talk, who was franked the form, giving him £6. I doubt she was cherry fit for that race either. She ran this weekend in the listed handicap race at the DRF, running a nice race, keeping wide and running on at the end, with maybe a little bit up Paul Townsend's sleeve to play with. I've taken 16-1. Unfortunately that's been hoovered up. I guess others have picked up on the same form lines as me. I'm sure it's not my pony that's moved the market. There's still some 10-1 available. Go back and watch that race. Concentrate just on her and see if you agree with my assessment. Then I suggest you watch the race one more time, and this time concentrate on my second selection, Hello Neighbour. So I nearly put this up as a potential outsider for the champion hurdle. I backed it to small stakes and at massive odds. Sadly, he's not lived up to that potential. But it's only his second season and horses can still improve, and remember he's only 5. Mr. Cromwell's horses still aren't in great nick, so you have to factor that in as well. But there's enough time before Cheltenham for that to change. For that reason I'm going to brush over this season's form, although I don't think his last run was terrible in any way, and if you watch the race back I hope you agree. The ground wouldn't have been ideal, and I think there's a chunk of improvement to come. So if the horse is out of form, what's caught my eye? Well, I went back to last season's runs. He turned up at Cheltenham on the back of 2 wins and went off at only 7-2 for the triumph. He ran a nice race and would have been much closer if not for the Horlicks he made at the last. He then went to Punchestown and ran an even better race behind the triumph winner and the runner-up. In fact, if he had a clearer run, I think he would have beaten Pony Ross and would have been closing on Lulamba. Going back to my first selection, Mercia, she ran 4th in this race. The gelding was given her weight and beat her comfortably. If the current handicap marks stay the same, then they are very evenly matched. But this boy is still available at a whopping 40-1. Of course, we're talking about juveniles and they improve at different rates. And the fact I thought he had a squeak at the start of the season as a potential champion hurdle runner, he has to be on my radar for this handicap.
To jump, Lulamba and Poneros from Sunnyvale, Mercia, Hello Neighbour behind them, and behind them Too Bossy for Us, a good run to the final flight. On the rail, Poneros, near side Lulamba. Lulamba with a narrow advantage. Poneros on the rail, a break of a few lengths to Sunnyvale and Mercia, and then Hello Neighbour. But as they near the final flight, Lulamba edges ahead of Poneros as they jump the last. Lulamba goes on from Poneros in second. Down at the last, Sunnyvale. Sean O'Keefe quickly on his feet, but Lulamba driven out by James Bowen, going away to reverse Cheltenham form with Poneros. Lulamba beats Poneros, Hello Neighbour, and in fourth spot was Mercia.
As I said earlier, this is a tough race and there may be more selections that pop up nearer the day. Thanks for watching. Please comment on these or your own selections. Please do the like and subscribe thing, and I'll get some more videos up soon.